Hello and welcome to Kedrick Farms. We're here with another episode of the Minnesota Millennial Farmer Map. I have posted a tutorial on how to use this grain leg setup, and I just wanted to toss out there that last episode, or in one of my previous episodes here, I made some statements about how I thought the grain leg mechanics were not actually functional but more cosmetic. That is definitely not the case. They are definitely functional, and so I put a tutorial video out on how they work. And the reason why I thought they weren't functional was there was actually a small bug in the map that was preventing the grain dryer from working. So I'll put a link to this video in a card and in the description so that you can go check out that tutorial if you want to see how to use the wet and dry storage and get the grain dryer running. However, today we've got a little bit of planting to finish up, and then hopefully we're going to jump into our next season and do some spraying. I think I am going to plant this field back here myself, this little one with corn. And then we're going to set up Courseplay and let it go and try to do this backfield. I'm kind of curious if this planter is going to work. If this planter is not going to work with Courseplay, we may decide to just upgrade it to like a DB60 or something that I know will work well. So we'll find out here in a few minutes. Alright, so that's going to wrap up the planting that we're going to do manually. And so I think that what I'm going to do is set up a Courseplay course and just let the worker go to town over here on the big field and see how he does. And a couple of things. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm assuming you guys noticed, but just in case Y'all didn't figure this one out? We have multi-terrain angle on the Millennial Farmer map. So I spent, I don't know, it was probably like 3 hours trying to figure out how to get this working on this map. I had a lot of issues. There's some good tutorials out there, but for whatever reason, they just wouldn't work on this map. And so I kind of hacked together some steps between 3 different versions of tutorials that I read, and we got it working. And one of the unfortunate side effects was that after I put the multi-terrain angle in, every single field needs plowing and liming, unfortunately. And so I took care of all of that off camera, and so it screwed up our fields that we'd already planted, and so I got all of that set back up. And so these are actually one stage ahead. They've germinated because I couldn't figure out how to get them back in as just seeded without redoing all of that work. And as much as I would love to do that, I just didn't have the time to redo all that work. So we used some tools to help me get the game back to the state that it was at, because I really don't think you guys wanted to put up with me restarting the game just to get multi-terrain angle. Here you can see with the plow where I was testing after I set it up. And so I'm super excited about that, and I will most likely be putting out a tutorial on how to do that for this map. I don't know if the problems I was running into were map specific, or if it was just, you know, newest version of FS19 and some of the tutorials hadn't caught up yet. So I will post those steps in a separate video tutorial, and I'm not sure when I'll get to that, but sometime in the next few days. So with that, let me figure out how we're going to get a course here. This is field 3. We're going to do a headland with 2 passes. And we don't need to do anything special. That's a lot of lines. I would prefer if the working direction was straight, though. Working starting direction, longest edge, generate. Thank you. Okay, there's my first one. Start at first waypoint. And so let's just get lined up here. And I'm really curious to see how long this says it's going to take. And trying to think here. I think what we're going to do is, before I start this, I want my crops to pop up. And so the reason I want my crops to pop up is because I want to be able to start doing some spring spraying jobs. And so I don't want to sit here and wait for this guy to do his thing until then. So we're just going to skip ahead one day and let things pop up here. Hopefully pop up here on the fields that are already germinated. And then we'll start spraying while this worker does this last field of corn. Boom. Okay. So we'll start that, and then we're going to drive course. Lower our planter. And this guy thinks 6 miles an hour is funny. There he's going 11. And we're just going to double check those settings. Perfect. Actually, let's take this down a little bit. Alright, this guy looks like he's going to do his thing. So we're going to come back in and check on him in just a little bit. And so while he's doing his thing, we're going to jump over here to our sprayer. Actually, let's run out to a field here. Which fields are growing? These two are still in this initial stage. Did my creps not prop up yet? They did not. Alright, let's see here. I need the cool little tool doohickey. This thing here. I really want to switch our other trailer out for this one at some point too. So many things to do. Okay, we haven't started growing yet. Unfortunate. And this part already grew. That's really awkward. So that's all going to planted. This is all going to grow. Oh, what we forgot to look at was how long is this going to take? It's going to take an hour and 20 minutes. So I think the other thing that we can do real quick that I forgot about, it's a very forgetful episode, is show you guys the other equipment that we've managed to acquire. And so thank you guys for all of the mods that you've linked in the description. So we've managed to pick up a John Deere skid loader. I've got a pallet fork and a bucket. This is going to be useful, I think, in helping to clear the yard. We might get a plow for the truck if I can find a good plow mod. If anybody knows a good mod for a plow on the front of a pickup truck, please send me a link. The ones that I have found so far just don't work very well for some reason. And so I'm hoping that somebody can hook me up with a good snow plow for the front of my pickup truck. And then, yeah, we've got the fifth wheel seed tender here. This is an Unverth, but it's pretty much similar to the J&M style seed tender. And so we'll be using that to fill up this planter when it runs out of seed here in the field, which reminds me, we should not be buying anything. Perfect. And yeah, thanks to several suggestions as well, we have put the 9RX back in here to run the grain cart in the fall, so I just went ahead and got that lined up. And then I came across this awesome Demco, we used to call these cultivators back in the day, where you will dig up the dirt in between and apply some liquid fertilizer at the same time. Especially useful for corn. We actually used to use these on our beans too if we got in early enough. I think most people these days are calling these side dressers. And so we've got that all set up here and ready to go as well. This is pretty common, at least it used to be in the area where I was farming, so I'm really excited to give this one a try. I think this is a 24-row model, so it should work out perfect with our planter spacing. And then I really, really, really want to get out in the field with this. And so we keep avoiding it, and I think we're just going to do it. I'm not sure how realistic it is to go out and spray before things have popped up, but I really want to give it a try. And so we're going to go ahead and hit field 4 here real quick and just see how it works. Field 4 is on the other side of that little creek. And so we're just going to go over there. I really want to try out the sprayer. And so we're just going to sneak around here. Drive through a field, actually, whatever. Here we go. And before we get started here, so I'm going to unfold this, but before we get started, I want to go check on our planter just to see how fast he's using up his seed. But we're going to get this all unfolded. Wow, that is a massive boom. That's what she said. How do I... Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. Ooh, yes. I can pull the arms all the way down into working position. Do they go lower? Yes, just like that. Okay. Oh, look at that. This is going to be amazing. All right, now, before I start, I said I was going to go check on the planter. Enter vehicle. I so hope that sprayer works with a worker. So we're almost to half, and we've gone around 3/4 of the way. Although we didn't start full, did we? Hey, you're missing some. Oh, well. We didn't start full, so that's okay. All right, so let's try this amazing sprayer thingy-mabobs out. I'll turn that on. Oh, yes. I like this a lot. Oh, it needs a screenshot. It's beautiful. This is working really well. There we go. Yeah, I've learned over the years, it's weird to think that I've been doing this for a couple of years now, but take screenshots. I always forget to take screenshots, and then I have to come back in to create my thumbnail later on. So you'll see me from time to time trying to remember to take more screenshots. I need a little flashing neon sign above my monitor that says, take a screenshot, take a screenshot, every like 2 minutes, just find something good. Oh, this sprayer is working great, though. We're going 18 miles an hour, and we've got a nice wide boom. It sits down real good. It steers nice. It looks nice. And so this is, again, I think OS Modding released this sprayer. I really need to fact check that. I keep saying it. I will find and put a link in my description. But it was an edit he did of one that somebody else released, and I can't remember. But he did the edit with permission. So, but I got it off of his Facebook page, and this is amazing. I haven't played with it since I downloaded it. I had intended to do that on my Newland series, which hopefully I'll get back to here soon. But I'm just having so much fun on this Millennial Farmer map that just came out. So, well, I say just came out. Disclaimer, it got taken off of the mod hub. I don't know when it's coming back. As soon as it comes back, there will definitely be an announcement post by me to the community. And I'm sure a video talking about what's been fixed, what issues still exist, etc. There are still a number of issues. I've put out, a tutorial video we talked earlier around fixing the grain leg. There's a lot of minor graphical issues. That's the issues with the doors. I think a lot of people have been pretty negative about the map so far, which surprises me because I'm really enjoying it. And maybe it's unfair because I'm getting to play on it, and a lot of people are just looking at it through the lens of a YouTube video. But I mean, just look at this field as a perfect example. Look at the texture, the hills, the rolling hills and terrain. It's just so very realistic. So many maps that I play on are just flat, and I'm tired of playing on flat maps. And being from Minnesota and actually having been in this specific area of Minnesota on a regular basis, you always think about it being flat when you're driving down the road. If you're not really paying attention, if you've never been out in the field, it's just generally it's flat farmland. But in reality, it's just this wonderful terrain. There's dips and hills and ditches and stuff. And I think that this is going to be a great map. I can't wait to try some of the other features on the map, some of the fields that are a little bit further away. Obviously we're starting right here up at the house with the nearby fields, but I think it'll be fun to just try all the fields on the map, try out how they've implemented animals and different things as well. So I think we're going to be playing on this map for a while. I know a few of you are a little frustrated that I've bounced around on a few maps lately, and I do tend to be a little bit of a squirrel when it comes to that. You know, shiny object, let me run over here and look at something new. But I think we're going to be playing on this for a while, and I will try really hard to make sure that when the new version comes out, even if it requires a quote-unquote reset, that we won't be starting over. I will do the work behind the scenes to make sure that we maintain our progress through this map. So we'll be playing this for a while, and I might mix in some other maps here eventually, but this is just too much fun to not be playing this every day right now. And so with that, we are getting this field done nice and quick. What is up with this? Part's not spraying for some reason. We've got just a little bit left here, a couple passes. I think this sprayer is going to be the perfect size for doing these small to medium fields by ourselves. And I hope to God that it works with Courseplay and I can just set him off on the big field without me. That is, at this point, the only thing. Now, there's been some suggestions that I break up the big field into some smaller fields, and I'm actually thinking about that. That's not a bad idea. I like the idea of having the one big field, especially for corn harvest. There's just something about doing a massive corn harvest in one big field and having to, dart around with the grain cart and keep up with the combines. That is a lot of fun, but we'll see how it goes. And we are done with this field. And so I think that we've already got weeds out here. Oh my goodness, we're going to have to get out here with, I should have got out here with some herbicide and done a little bit of, what do you call it, pre-emerge. Keep the weeds down. Well, we will come back out here and hit some herbicide and stuff eventually. I think that for today, however, we are going to run this back up to the yard, get it filled up with some more fertilizer, and then check in on this planter and see how he's doing. Well, we want liquid fertilizer. Does it fill from the back? Yes. Alright, let's go check on this guy. And this guy is still going. He's using seed and fertilizer like he should be. And this is our second headland pass. And so Courseplay should stop when he runs out of fertilizer or seed, I believe, and give us a warning. And so let's go ahead and jump over here and get our... Whoa, I have a lift kit? What the heck? That's not what I wanted. Alright, let's look at the menu here. We're going to fold down our tailgate, and I need to figure out how to set a different key for Courseplay before it drives me up the friggin' wall. Settings. Right click HUD deactivated. Okay. Close this. There. No more right click HUD. How do I get into the HUD? I thought it was delete. Huh. I don't actually know now. Well, I'll look up that button offline. We won't need that for a little while, hopefully. And we're going to go ahead and... Ooh, look, I can move the whatchamajiggers up and down. Okay, sorry, we're playing. That moves that. Why am I having so many problems? Oh, because I'm not selected on my pickup truck. There we go. We have selected the pickup truck. We're putting the tailgate up, and we're going to drive this out. Wow, that's a close fit. Got to pay more attention to these things in the future. And we're going to drive our pickup really fast through the yard here, because that's realistic. I need to get my steering wheel hooked back up is what I need to do. We're going to jump back in this sprayer, and we're going to move him back into the shop, get him out of the way. We're going to put some seed in this tender, and hopefully make it out to our planter before he runs out. I've got one more mod that I meant to buy, and I haven't yet. And that is the chemical trailer that I wanted to get. And so we will do that as well here before we wrap up today. Let's see. I want to open the cover. Oops. G. Open cover. Alright, we're gonna drive this over here ever so slowly. And we're going to fill the seat. We're going to fill the seat. Come on. Don't tell me this doesn't work. There we go. Okay. And then we're gonna shift it to that one. We're gonna fill this one up, and then we've got lots and lots of seed now. So we won't have to worry about finding any more seed for this whole season, I'm sure. And so we're gonna just pull this up here for now. Oh wait, there he is. Let's stop him and fill him up. Hey you. Hey worker. I don't know who's in there, but I need you to stop. And stop, driver. Don't go anywhere. I am going to bring the pickup down to you. This is a nice dry field right on the headland. We're going to put the pipe out. And we're going to drive right over all of our fields here. Oh, I hope this works. Boom. Oh no, it's not working. This seeder must not accept fill from the top. I've had this happen with a couple of my planters so far. Nope, not there. I'm gonna try and line it up a little bit better. Not behind. Let's just make sure I get it right over the box. Not over the box. Well, this is slightly disappointing. Just double check that there's not a open. Nope. Nope. Well, this is unfortunate. Alright, well, in this case, we're going to fold it up and go fill it up since we're right here in the yard. And I will look at either adding the fill point to this seeder or just swapping this out for a DB60. DB60 is the same size as this planter, I believe. And so not quite what we've got if we're trying to emulate things exactly, but just going between the replicating what we have and trying to actually, what do you call it, have functioning equipment on the farm. I think that we want to err towards having functioning mods and equipment that can do what we need to do. And I'm not sure I'm going to have the time to continue to rebuild this planter. It's got a few other issues as well that I've noticed and have just kind of ignored up until now. And so it might just be a good time to swap it out and do something else. So we will continue to think that through. And yeah, it's all right. We can let this guy go, though, for a while. He's definitely ready to keep pushing for a bit. I managed to make it multiple times around this field on less than a full tank, so I'm not too worried about it right now. And so he's going to pick back up at current waypoint, which should work out okay. Alright, so with that said, he's going to town. We've sprayed some fields. We've got multi-terrain angle. We've got our other field planted. And so if I look at the map here, we're in a pretty good spot. This big field will be 1 day behind the rest of our fields, which will actually work perfect. And yeah, we're going to go from there. So I'm going to let this worker go on his own behind the scenes. And we'll pick back up next episode on, what, is that going to be early summer? Let's take a quick look. Yes, that's going to be early summer. So we'll pick back up next episode early summer and likely do some more spraying and bust out that new nutrient applicator that we have in the shed here and see how that goes. That's all for today. Kedrick